Okay, so we're live. I just wanted to go over a few things going on right now. How's everybody doing? Um, Pretty sure nobody's watching, but that's okay. We're here to talk a little bit about the tropics. So let's see if I can figure stuff out here. Give me a second. We are going to do this. Do that. Back here. Takes a couple seconds to process. So here we go. So here we go. We did it. So up here, this is Nova Scotia here. This is the coast of New England, all the way down to Florida, the islands here. So we have Fiona right now, which is an extratropical system, but it's still packing and going to pack a pretty good punch to Nova Scotia here. Out here in the Atlantic, we have Gaston, which is basically going to be sliding this way a little bit and probably up this way. Her mind just came off the African coast the other day, and this is going to be heading kind of in the same direction. Here's your upper level high here that's usually in the Atlantic. This storm here is probably going to get swallowed up by some of these extreme winds here. But this here just got named to Ian. This was TD9 not too long ago. So before they become tropical systems, they become a tropical depression. And after about 30 to 40 miles an hour with wind sustained, they become a tropical storm. So this is Ian right here. And Ian is going to be a player here fairly soon if both models are correct. Both models have this storm here. The European model and the American model both have this storm here gaining some strength as it heads into these nice warm waters in here. And this is going to probably be a problem for the western coastline of Florida. The European model right now has this going and hitting somewhere around Tampa. But let's see if we can pop that up too. So give me a second here and I'll give a cone thing. All these images are from the National Weather Service. So let's see if I can do this here. Whoops. Takes me a while to do things because I'm old. But we get there eventually. All right, so let's remove that one. And we'll put this up. Okay, so here is Tropical Depression 9, or Ian. And you give you a couple of satellite images soon. But this is right now. I don't know which advisory this is. I'll check in a couple seconds. But this is actually, it's right here. 2 a.m. So right now, this is the advisory here. And at 2 a.m., it's going to remain what they call a storm right up until about Sunday night. And then once it really hits this safer zone here, it's going to turn more towards a hurricane. And then this is what the problem is here, is once it gets over into this water here, it's going to have a field day getting going, and how long it stays in this warm water is going to dictate how long it stays a major hurricane here. Major hurricane basically means anything above probably a 1 or a 2. Once you start getting into the category 3 status, it's considered to be a major hurricane. A hurricane can still do some damage, but a major hurricane is a big difference between 130, 140 mile an hour winds and 75, 80 mile an hour winds, especially over here. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that for sure. So I just wanted to show you this. This is the current information. These are the coordinates, the forecast positions, and this basically here is all of the warnings. There's warnings up here. And warnings up here too. This is covering this, so I can't see what that is. But this is in the future. Right now, it's open over. It's in open water, so it's not a problem. All right, so let's see if we can go back here and get you some imagery here. So let's go to. This will probably be the best one here. Give me a second. I'm going to give you a satellite here. It's not going to be the best, but we'll do what we can. This is a massive system. Fiona is a large system. It's extratropical right now, which means it's still a hurricane, but it's once you start getting into the cooler waters here in the Atlantic, it loses a lot of its tropical characteristics, because tropical meaning probably spelled that wrong. Oh. When you're in the tropics, you get a lot of warmer water. So when it gets to cooler water, it loses some of that tropical characteristics. It becomes more almost like an ocean storm. Right, did I just save that? Probably. All right, so let's go here. Wrong again. So. All right, let's get rid of this. And we'll throw this up here. Okay, so this is up in the top here. I can't know this. This is Fiona here. So see all these clouds. I can't get a really good image. I might be able to try to. Let me do. Yeah, that's not going to work. Okay, so let's go back. I guess I should do that while I'm here. Give me a couple seconds. Let's try a loop. Okay, this is better. This will work better, I think. I'll get you a better image of this here in a couple seconds. By the way, welcome to the channel. This is Night's Watch. I'm Dave. We do a lot of covering of a lot of different issues. Right now we're doing the Tropics. I do a lot of, I'm going to start doing a lot of true crime cases. On Sundays we do football with my buddy Steven. So let's try this here. That's the same thing. That's the same thing. So I can't really give it this. It won't go any further north than this. I'll have to try to find another radar. But anyways, this is Fiona here. It's packing some pretty good punch here. This eye is massive. It's over water. It's over land now, so it's kind of just going to be pouring some water in here. Heavy winds, heavy winds. Hopefully everybody's all right up there. But these events here very rarely happen, so this is why this is probably going to be a problem. Let me see if I can. Oh. Yeah. There we go. So this is it. So this is the Atlantic here. There's nothing in this zone here right now, so everybody's pretty safe here. But we'll go back over to. Let's do this here. We're going to go back over to the Atlantic. And I'm going to do a stop here. I'm going to give you a broad picture of the Atlantic here soon. So give me a second. Eventually I'll figure this out a little bit better than this. So let's go here. Okay. Okay, so here we go. This is the Atlantic here. So, see, I can't really get. This is basically the tail end of Fiona here. This is the outer bands, but here we have TD9, or now they're calling it Ian. So this is a big, broad picture of the Atlantic trade here. This is usually where these storms, here's Africa right here. It starts off on the African coast, and usually they start forming off the coast. They turn into waves, and then they start getting a circulation here between, say June and November. September usually seems to be the peak of the season, but we've had nothing at all. June, July, August. I mean, a couple of storms that have been just kind of poking around here, but it seems to be a later season here. But you're seeing some major changes right now. There's, I can put the other screen back up, but yeah. So here's Ian right here, and this is going to probably. There's a lot of these currents in the ocean and at higher levels in the atmosphere are going to be steering this thing, and there's some coming across too from the United States that are going to steer this a specific way. There's a high ridge above this too, so that's also going to pull this way. It can't go through that, so it has to go around it, and that's what it's going to do. And there's a trough too in the United States that's bending down, kind of, and what it's going to do when it lifts is going to pull this back up. So that's why the models are going to have a problem trying to figure out where this one's going. But both are in unison that it's going to kind of curve into the Gulf here, and where it hits around here, it's kind of up in the air right now. But we'll get more information as the days go on here. Of course, these models can change quite a bit, but when you have both the American and the European models kind of in line in the same vector here, it's pretty accurate. So, but we'll see. And then you have a couple other storms here. This is getting pretty active because the waters here are fairly warm. I can get some temperatures for the water, but I just wanted to give you an overview here of what's going on. So here we are. There's one watching, which is me. I'm going to like my own video. This is going to be some fun stuff. So let's see if I can get some footage here. Maybe we can get a camera.
If you want to eat healthy and feel your best, you gotta try cassava. Cassava is the world's
This will work. I don't know how to do this. right, hold on a minute. That's me. I do want to get the water vapor too, though. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't want to do that. I don't know how to do that, I don't think. Hey, there we go. Did I do it? I did. I did it. That's okay. So that's the wave action from Fiona. Right there. So that's kind of cool. That is pretty horrible. This is all from Noah here. I did it. That's funny. That's amazing. Let's do this then. What did I just do? Okay. Okay, good. So we're back. All right. So let's see if I could do this. Try some more stuff here for you. Oops. I don't know if I can do that. No, we don't want that. So anyways, let's go back here since we're doing this. I'm going to do more of the charts here. But let's do, okay, so I'm going to go here, Noah. I want to get the water vapor. And then we'll call it a day because it's 2 o'clock already. I know one thing, it's cold here in New England. This is the first bitter taste of cold air so far this year. It's pretty brutal. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do a water vapor here. And this will give us a better idea of what's going on here. And I can't. Oh, no, it's. Hope everybody's having a good evening. We're building an animation, so give me a couple seconds here. That's better. How about into space? I'm not really sure if that's into space or not. There we go. That works. Works. All right, let's see if I can pull that up here. Okay, so here we go. We did it. Amazing. It's amazing what you can do these days. Okay, so this is the goes east sector view of the water vapor. This is the Atlantic. Courtesy, I guess, of NOAA. So this is what's going on in the upper levels of all the water vapor that's surrounding these systems here. And this is down here we got Ian, or Tropical Depression 9. And I can't see, this is Fiona up here. So this is some of the dry air that's coming into the storm, wrapping itself around, and eventually this dry air here will feed into the system. There's some dry air here. But in this image here, in this video here, you can actually see some of the currents that are going to be players in this system here. You can't see the upper level currents, but you can kind of see a twist here. And it's almost like it's a pinball machine here. You got blockers and then you have non-blockers. So you got this trough that's diving deep down into the United States here. Right? You have this lower system here, which is Fiona. You have the other two out here. You have dry air in here. But you can't see in the water vapor the currents. But what you can see is the water vapor itself. This system right here seems to be really starting to get its act together here. You have your center circulation probably in here somewhere. But it's starting to slide underneath this. And that's when you're getting your outflow of your higher cloud tops. The system itself is getting circulating and getting better organized here for sure. Yeah. And you have a couple of smaller systems here. Here's another thing coming off the coast here. Fine. So that's the water vapor. Very cool. Go back. Look at music. Let's see what else we can do here. What? Let's go back here. Let's try to. It's probably going to be dark here, so we can't do that one. More than Atlantic. We go. Okay. Now that I figured it out. All right, so this is what we got here. This is Fiona. So this is the water vapor imagery upper level. The eye is just crossed over here. And it's barreling up. Now pushing all of this water in. And I can't find any decent live cams to see exactly what's going on here. They're probably all knocked out anyways. So here's the outflow, good outflow here, but it's extra tropical, meaning this system here, when you get to the Caribbean and Southern Atlantic, it's the water temperatures are just much warmer. Once these systems get into colder waters, it just tends to distort the intensities. But this is a pretty good system here. So it's going to provide a lot of water, a lot of warmth too. You guys are probably going to feel some warmth to this system. So better than what they used to, that's for sure. So that's the water vapor. Let me see if I can go back here. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. So this is the multispectral infrared. So this is the technology that we have these days. We can actually see this. So this is the system here. Here's your. It definitely seems to be weakening quite a bit. The center is right around in here, so it's all of the major system stuff is off to the west. But you still have some of these feeder bands coming in here. This is brutal up here. This is cold air. So pushing into this lower clouds. I kind of like talking to myself, so this is good. This is really good. All right, let's see if I can go further down here. Now that I know how to do this, I can do it this way. Caribbean. All right, so let's go to the geocolor down south here. And we're going to visit our friend Ian. So there you go. There's Ian right there. See this? Just blossoms up like that. That's a system that you can tell is starting to get really organized. This is probably where the center is located, somewhere in here somewhere. So it's not quite underneath this yet. It's slowly starting to build up here. And you can see outflow here, here, outflow here. It's mushrooming. It's kind of building up thunderheads. So, all right, I'm going to leave this up. I'll be right back. All right, so that's pretty cool. All right, here we are. So let's go back and review. This is Ian. There it is. Right. It's not moving very good. 13 miles an hour. Sustained winds at 40, so it's a storm. It's definitely not going to weaken, that's for sure, because there's nothing really here. No trade winds that are going to really push any of these cloud tops off. It might weaken a little bit when it passes over Cuba, but because of the in here, but it's going to be like a little speed bump with this thing. And once it gets into the Gulf of Mexico here, it's going to really, these waters right now, I can't remember the temperatures of the water, but they're pretty up there. Depending on the season they have. Once it gets into here, it's like a frenzy here. This is like the feeding ground for tropical storms and hurricanes. And once it gets in here, it's anyone's guess. That's probably why they have it listed as a major here for a little while. But if it stays, this cone here is high probability. So anywhere in this cone, it's not right in the middle. It's anywhere in this cone is the high probability. So it could go anywhere in this cone. So if it stays out over the open water, it's going to be just like the storm we had over here a few years ago. And it could be a major hurricane for the time being until it hits land. So if I was in this area here, the American model has it going more towards this area here. So I would prepare now and start to get stuff ready for sure. Because these systems, it's some of them produce a lot, some of them produce a little. Just never know. You just don't. You don't. And if let's go to tropical storm for me here. Yeah, they got it listed as a tropical storm right now. So. Get rid of this one. Okay, this is tropical storm. Her mood. This means nothing to anybody, but this is the African coast here. Basically, all. But that's her mean. So I just wanted to give you this. This is just a shipping problem here. This kind of not very well organized. It's going to send us circulation right here. So that's her mean. We have so we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's off the Pacific coast. So we have four known storms right now. In the Atlantic. We have Fiona, Cass, Ian, and Maine, and Newton, which is over. Newton is over in the We're gonna get better. There you go. Okay. There's subscribe. I do. Is that cheating? I just need to figure out what the link in the description. edit. There you go. That's how you do. Maybe I'll report. Okay, so the jokes, I guess here. So it's 2:38 in the morning here, Saturday morning. I just wanted to update everybody on the Tropics because it's been pretty quiet. It's been a pretty quiet year, but things are definitely heating up right now. Definitely in Nova Scotia, everything else is kind of silent, but things can change really quickly. So, like I said, I just wanted to give you an update of um, this system right here for Americans. Yeah, this is probably going to be a problem. There's no doubt. And it's not going to take a long time. So you're talking about 6 or 7 days here, maybe, until it's over. And the other problem with this model here is if it curves here and then hits back out into the Atlantic, it may still be a problem for the Carolinas. So right now, that could change. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining. Although there was nobody that joined, but that could change. So have a good night, everybody. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And that's it. Good night.